Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of learning. The virtual ISAME office has created this wonderful opportunity of learning and sharing. This is going to be a 2-day learning marathon curated by the organizing committee on a wide variety of topics. What is made available to you are the resources not only from the Oak Brook, Illinois office in the United States of America, but also the ones from the Mumbai office. And all of these are available to you. The icing on the cake is that after all the presentations, you can talk to the presenter, you can interact with the presenter one-on-one in the chat room area. So make sure that this cornucopia of resources has been added to your swag bag that can be directly delivered to your inbox. Let the learning begin. The next session is designed specifically for young lions and Leos. Mind you, this will be only streaming on track 1. Ladies and gentlemen, age is just a number. The next section, which is divided into 2 parts, is for those who want to achieve things, those who want to be futuristic, and those who want to be unstoppable. Part 1 features Leo Lion Ayush Bagla once again, who is going to have a panel discussion of Leos and former Leos, followed by Leo Lion Manthan Mehta showing us Leo, the success story.
Hello, Leos and Lions, and welcome to the ISAME Forum 2020. We are all here on a virtual medium, and let's utilize this medium as much as we can. Today, I am happy to say that I have a panel of Leos and Lions, former Leos, Leo Lions, who are all excited to be here to talk to you about what they think, what their take is on the whole issue of Leos involved with Lions, on where does Leo Lions and Young Lions stand when it comes to being amalgamated into this organization. And let me not waste more time and introduce you to our great panel, starting with first Vice District Governor from Bangladesh, Lion Kamrul, who's also a past multiple district president for Leos. We have with us today Lion Sandeep Kasaudan, who's a former Leo, past multiple district president. And also he's going to be our international advisory panelist for CA6 from 2021 to 23. We also have with us Leo Lion Akshit Bagla, who's a past district president from India. And he is also going to be our representative on the advisory panel from 21 to 23. We have Leo Lion Dipesh Doshi, a great friend of mine, past Leo advisory panelist, past multiple district president from India. And finally, we have Leo Lion Kesari Sanivratne from Sri Lanka, who's a past multiple district president. Hello and welcome everyone on this great panel. It gives me pleasure to be with all of you in conversation. So, hi guys. So we can start now and we can have a little fun. This is session only for Leos. So Lions, you can also hear in, but make sure that you have your prejudices kept aside, because this is how Leos talk. Before further ado, I think one of the main questions that I would start with is probably Kamrul sir, with you. You were a Leo. You've been a past multiple district president. You were the first VDG. You're the vice chairman of your Bangladesh Foundation. There's so many things that you're doing. Do you think that being a Leo, your journey as a Leo, has helped you in that journey? And do you think there are things, if you can give us an example probably of something that you learned that you're planning to use in your next year of governance as a district governor?
Thank you so very much, Leoline Bodleajo. First of all, thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity. As Leo member 26 years ago today, I became involved with world largest service organization of Lions Clubs International. From From Leo member to the next, I have served as Leo Club President, Leo District Secretary, Leo District President, multiple district president in the year of 2002 and 3. At the end of my tenure as president of Leo multiple district, I expressed my firm conviction to dedicate myself to the great service of Lionism. Today, I have crossed the various path of Lionism and have become the first vice district governor of the founding district 315 A3. I had so many memories with Leos and distinguished Lion leaders of Lions Clubs International, very especially Leo and Lions leaders of MD315. They taught me how to serve distressed. I learned from my Leoism how to develop leadership skill. I learned from my friends how to run with challenge, not get out the ways. Actually, limitation lie only in our mind, but if we use our imagination, our possibilities become limitless. From my service and liaison, I learned about the principles of humanity, about the impartiality. I learned about the principle of neutrality. And last, I learned about the principles of independence. Whatever I have achieved in my leadership today, I think it has become achieved through leisure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amrut sir. And when you thank you for your insights on this and how you said that your principles that you've learned as a Leo are going to help you. I think Sandeep ji is here. He's currently the zone chairperson, area 4 chief for the Lions district in Nepal. If you would like to add something from your experience, if something is helping you, coordinate so many lions in Nepal in your area, I know. So, would you like to say something on this, Sandeep ji?
Yeah, definitely. As a past Leo, I have a great experience, which I am including now as a lion, because a past Leo do also give you opportunity to be a better lion. And it is really very easy for me nowadays to do my work, because the experience which I gained during a Leo, when I was a Leo, is definitely helping me in this time to be a better lion. So I'm really enjoying it. And when you are I have feel that when I was a Leo, the thing which I learned during my Leo life is really helping me in this time to be a better lion, a better person in life, in society, a better human being, a better person in families, and giving values to traditions and family values. So I'm enjoying it.
Thank you so much, Sandeep ji. And that's a great part of adding that. It also helps you in learning family values. And while we are at family values, I think we have to go to Kesari over here. To all my viewers, I should tell you that Kesari's father is also a past district governor. So Kesari, you've kind of grown up within the organization. You come from a Lions family, just like me. So I'm sure that you've grown up watching the organization what it was 20 25 years back. I'm not going to tell your age to everyone, don't worry. But so I'm sure that there would be things that you've seen over the years that might have changed. So would you like to share something about something that has changed, that you like, one good thing, and probably also one thing that you wish hadn't probably changed in this organization over the years?
Thank you, Ayush. I think the first part of the question I really like it, but the second part is going to put me in trouble, I would say. But true, last 25 years, my father has been a lion, and I have been growing with this movement, and it has changed my life totally, right? So the best thing that I loved about this new change is how lions and leos have become very digitalized. I would say, you know, it's not always about now writing or filling forms. It's not, you know, making big reports or bulky ones and sending across. It's now all virtual, right? So that is quite something new. And even to have like a virtual panel discussion like this, it's like a really big thing. So that is the first thing that I admire of how flexible and how agile the entire organization was to adapt to this new situation. And not only thinking about ourselves, right? We always think about to give something back. And that is the best thing that I would say that makes me happy. And I'm sure it makes all of you happy as well. And the thing that's missing for me is, you see, you know, when we started Leoism, we used to have these recognitions or like, you know, so like a lot of banner patches that we could apply to, you know, membership growth things. You know, those physical stuff is something that I miss mostly, and I think our Leos are also quite missing that. That is the only thing that I think if I am to bring back, that I'll bring back one day.
Thank you, Kesari, on that. And as the panel moderator, I cannot endorse or not endorse any of your ideas, but that is one of the things that I also think is an important factor of it, of the whole part about awards and recognition. I think on this specific point, I would request my, at one point of time, my co-panelist, Leola and Dipesh Doshi, we've had quite a lot of discussions on this. Dipesh, you know, there's always that weightage between two things of should people work, should people do service out of the fact that they want to do service, or is it motivated by awards and recognition? I mean, what is your take on that? That, you know, should it be out of pure heart, or should does somewhere introducing too many awards and recognition kind of you know, distills the whole idea behind our organization? What is your take on it?
Ayush, this is actually quite, quite a debate sort of a question, because this has been something which I have been always talking about, even in our council meets, that, you know, awards, recognitions, all these things are byproducts, you know, like they are more like, you enjoy it and everything, but then that is not something which is going to be part of your memory all the time. What you do at service projects, when you have those kind of experiences, when you meet differently abled people or challenged people, and when you try and help them out, all those things really stays in your memory, and that is what makes you a better person in every sense. So I would believe and I recommend that awards and recognition, of course, that has to be there, that motivates people, but then overdoing that somewhere dilutes the entire purpose, and that is not something I would ever be encouraging in my whole life of Leoism and Lionism as well. So I'm always away from too much of awards and recognitions, but yes, it is very much required to a limit where it can motivate Leos. That is what I believe in.
So when I think the whole gist of your discussion was maybe there should be a perfect balance between the two. And when we talk about balances and the balance between Leos and Lions, I think that this is one of the most debated topics that we've always heard. We've always had that discussion from the Leo point of view, that Lions should be more understanding of what Leos need. Lions should be more cordial with Leos. Lions should manage Leos in a better way. Today, I think I would turn around the question and let's talk about it from the Lions perspective, or from what Leo should do. I think we have our youngest panel member on over here, the 21-23 advisory panelist, Leola and Akshit Bagla. I think as a panelist, as a Leo panelist, you're the voice of Leos on board. What do you think would be your suggestion, your idea to Leos who say that, how should Leos manage better relations with Lions? Why should Lions always be the first person to take the initiative, right? If we talk about Leos being the future, Leos being now, then why not Leos manage their relations with Lions? And how do you think they should make it cordial? Also sometimes when some of the Lions, or some even in cases in some Leos are very very obstinate, they do not want to move away from from where they are. So how do you think Leos can manage better relations with Lions?
See, honestly speaking, the relationship between a lion and a Leo, I've always felt that it is something like that of a parent and a child. And we've always called the sponsoring Lions Club, especially in our area, we've also called them as a parent club. And this is the reason why we've been calling them as a parent club, because a parent is always attached to their child. And that is how the Leo should also treat the Lions. Even if we talk about our generation, whenever we want something, whenever we face a problem, we go to our parents, we talk to them, and we sort it out. And that is what the Lions even expect out of us. Because whenever a parent will see the child into some sort of a problem, their protective side will always come out in front, trying to help out their child. And that is what the Lions always try to do with us. So today, what I think is, we as the Leos, we should try to come out of the conventional ways of approaching the Lions. And not just by talking to them, we should try and gain their trust, because trust is something which is very important in a relationship. So if we gain that trust by our actions, then I'm very sure that the Lions would be, the relationships between the Lions and the Leos would start improving. And I've been a Leo for the past 10 years, and I've always seen the Lions supporting the Leos in a huge manner. Yeah, exceptions are always there, but then the Lions have always been supportive. But it all depends on how we approach our parents and on how the Leos approach the Lions.
Thank you, Akshay. That's a different perspective of looking at your lions as your parents, guardians. I hope that is not just because our parents are lions, but thanks for that. And I think if you're talking about Leos and lions relations, then probably we can always look to someone like Keshri. What do you think? Coming from a lions family, I know comparatively it was easier for you coming from a Lions family to talk to Lions, but from your peers, what have you understood? What is one of their biggest problems on why they cannot approach the Lions? I'm pretty sure all the Lions who are listening to us right now, they would want to know that why their Leos do not approach them. So from your point of view, what do you think is the main thing missing between Leos and Lions? There's a bridge. What bridge should be built in that communication gap?
Yes, Aish, that's a very nice question, because I think I should agree with what everything Akshit said, because it's all a relationship at the beginning or end, or everything is all about mutual trust and respect, right? But the most important fact that I would see between a lion or any other leader is the mutual understanding as well. So I figure, so for me, it was actually easy, right, to approach any governor. Still, they know me and they quite respect that fact, right? But for other leaders, what they fear mostly is that, what if they don't understand us? What if they don't think from our side? What if, we as youth always go beyond a box or like a framework and do innovative, and sometimes it could be a risk, but we take that calculated risk, right? So most of our seniors, they are not built in that way. So that is the only bridge that I think we should make right now, is to make sure that the mutual understanding, even the seniors see that our risk are actually calculated ones, and the ones that are not going to jeopardize anything, but to build more our platform to a better movement. So that is one thing that I add, and what I always say to Leos as well: make sure the other party knows why we are doing it and how we are doing it, what is the impact out of it.
I think the whole thing about is that you make sure that the other person knows what your targets, initiatives, your way ahead is. Have an action plan, basically. When we're talking about Leos and Lions, a cordial relation on how different, Akshay used the term parent club. I think Sandeep ji, you and I, we have traveled together quite a few times in Leo forums, Lion forums, and yeah, I agree that in Same, we have more of a family relation in Lions and Leos. Even if we see all the Leos over here, they would probably call their senior Lions as uncles and aunties instead of sirs and ma'ams. But when we travel outside, Sandeep, you and I, we've both seen that they usually refer to even 30, 40-year-old people as by their first name. No, even if it's the DG, and it's a normal norm culture. So, in your travels with Leos and Lions, what is that stark difference cultural wise that you've seen in the involvement of Leos and Lions?
Rahul, experience is the only thing in any values which can be highly distributed. And this experience which I have gained from the uh, travel from outside Isame forums to the various forums of lions and leos of other countries, what I have feel is the opportunity with lions provide to the leos. And I have seen some sort of attachment, that bonds which we create with them in many aspects. And I found it really interesting because when I have traveled to some forums in OSHIL, what I found that they are very much basic, attached with the program structure and not with what are they doing after the program. While in Isame, what I see that Lions and Leo, I think we are definitely enriched with our culture and family values, which enable us to give respect and personal touch with the guests and leaders around the world. And this is what the difference I have find in my travels. But really talking about, everyone has some short and cons, and it is important that what type of responsibilities are they providing. And I have seen that responsibility and that respect which the Lions leader provide in outside of Isame to the Leos. And I must say that we can bring in coming future, we can bring that in the exchange ideas where Lions providing more responsibilities and service project to Leos, so that we can groom up more. As you know, responsibility bring one's grow with lips and bounds. So I think it is really important.
I think that's a great idea, Sandeep, of involving Leos more in service projects and not just inviting them as volunteers, but making them responsible, making them answerable
Exactly.
for those events. I think that's a great idea, and I'm sure a lot of Lions who are listening to us today will definitely use this idea of yours. Akshit, I think you've also traveled a lot in conventions, forums. You have friends worldwide. What is your take on this? On how different it is for Leos and Lions to get together, as Sandeep said, after the meeting, after the prescribed agenda. What is that difference that you've seen between the Leos, Lions of our area and outside?
I completely agree with what Sandeep ji said, that the cultural values which the Leos and Lions of Assam share and the cultural values of the Leos and Lions of outside our constitutional area are completely different. Outside our constitutional area, we see Leos and Lions working together as friends inside the event. But as soon as the event gets over, the relationship which they shared completely changes. Whereas in our area, we work as a family, and that is how things change. So as soon as the event gets over, there are foundations which even the Leos feel in front of the Lions, and vice versa. But then, talking about the cultural differences, I've met a lot of people from all over the world because of the conventions that I've traveled, because of the various area forums, including the OCIL, including the Europa forums and the Africa forums, the SAME forums. And I can totally, understand and relate how much these Leos and the Lions gel together while organizing these big events. Because that is what brings the Lions and the Leos together, and that is their culture which brings us together. So there's a huge difference between the culture of our constitutional area and the areas outside.
I completely agree with you that things that obviously work for other areas might not work for ours, and I always say the same thing, that just because things work differently in different areas does not mean they're wrong. So the way that our area works with a lot of tradition, a lot of respect for each other. If you see, not just the Lions being respected by Leos, but it's also the other way around, where the Lions also take care of Leos. In usually in other forums, the Lions do not really know where the Leos are. Here, if a DG has say 20 Leos coming to the forum with him or her, he or she makes sure that these 20 people reach back home safely, because they look at them like kids. So I would say it's a very sweet kind of a tradition that we have in our area when it comes to Leos and Lions. I think okay. So I think the next question that I have is a little controversial question, probably a little difficult one, and I would throw it to, I think, the best person who can answer me is I think Dipesh, because he's somewhere between the generations of Leo Lion, Lions, he's somewhere all between that. And he mixes well in all three generations. So, Dipesh, what do you think, Leos, Leo Lions, young Lions? There's so much discussion about these young people's categories in our organization right now. when we look at our strategic plan, when we look at the next 100 years of our organization, we say this group of young people, of diverse people, not just race, religion, ethnicity, but age, diversity in age. What do you think they bring to the organization? And before you answer, I have to tell you, we've always heard the same answer from everyone, that they bring new ideas. So I'm going to take that answer away from you. Other than new ideas, what is it that they bring on the table? I'm pretty sure it's not just new ideas. So what do you think that this diverse group of young people, professionals, entrepreneurs, people who are freelancers, a freelancing concept that was not there 20, 25 years back, which is very common now. What does this bring to the table of our organization, if we say?
That's a very, very important question, I would say, Ayush. And, you rightly said, not only ideas, but, there are many more things, these youngsters bring to the table, like us, like more energy, more enthusiasm, more confidence. And let me tell you that, everywhere in the world, we talk about this thing that, the country which has maximum youth crowd will have a good success ratio, and that is how it works in any organization as well. And we all know one thing very clearly, that youth is known for its innovation and creations, and that is what something takes any organization ahead. So let's when we talk about next 100 years, we are not talking about only survival but flourishing for 100 years, next 100 years. So in that scenario, when we want to flourish, we have to evolve. And when we have more youngsters, the rate of evolvement, I would say, increases rapidly. And that is what is important for any organization again. So let's say, for example, when we do some service projects, when it is planned by Lions, we know that, there is a particular way the Lions will think, and that is how they'll have their service projects. But what happens is, when they have youngsters with them, of course, they have more people who can run around, more energetic people, which can add much more elements to any service project. And that brings a lot of importance, in terms of image building as well, because you see more and more of, exuberance, youthfulness, and that creates much more positivity again when it comes to the when it comes to the society. And that is what I believe. And one more important thing which I feel is, youth is such an age, where the learning and unlearning is, both can happen very easily. So somewhere what we are talking about right now is, in future, we can get more experienced leadership, much more experienced, I would say. We have good leaderships and everything, but it's always better when we have more years of experience in an organization, the more better a leader can be. And that's something which will help us, because more youngsters join us, for more number of years, they can serve the society and the organization. So yeah, that is what I believe in.
I think you've made a very good point, that not just ideas, they bring vibrancy, they bring an age to the legacy of our organization. On what you said, and that's a really good idea. And also specifically when you said that countries with a younger population are the countries that we talk about being developed, that talk about being developed in the next 10, 15, 20 years, superpowers to be. So I think, if our organization wants to be a superpower, I agree with you that more young people need to be involved. The experience and the vibrancy together could probably come into a single amalgamation and take us where we want to be. I think on that we are towards the end of this whole discussion. I have to throw out one of the most controversial questions that I was thinking about, and I had in my mind when we started this panel about and when we were talking about how Leos and Lions should always coexist by agreeing with each other, by coming together to do activities, to I don't know, to do meetings, to do events together. I think one of the questions that I really need to ask all four of you, and I would like your opinion, whoever would like to go first on this, is that do you think it is really important, when we talk about this whole Leo Lion relationship, do you think it is really important for Leos and Lions to always agree with each other, to do things together, or can they also do things, I don't know, maybe separately? or can they, like, if I may say so, they can be they can individualistically coexist together? Do you think it is a possibility, or is it always important to agree to each other on every aspect? If any of you would like to take that up, and I think, Dipesh, I saw you smiling. I saw Kesari. I can see all four of you smiling. I know it's a very controversial question, and nobody would like to go first. So I think we'll go with Dipesh first. Dipesh.
Okay. So what I believe is here again, we can definitely coexist, but then for that, first and foremost thing is that we both try to understand each other's strengths and start appreciating it more. And it is both the ways I am talking about. Not only Lions, but even Leos need to understand that what Lions' strengths are, and at the same time Lions needs to understand how we work or what our strengths are. And when we have a right amalgamation and balance of both the things, then we can definitely coexist. And that is most important, because I think the kind of resources Lions have, Leos probably do not have, and the kind of energy or kind of youthfulness which Leos can give, that Leo Lions does not have. So here, we can very well see that there are many gaps which we can fill in if we try appreciating each other more and more. And that understanding is most important, I say. And somewhere, when we say a family, like even in our families, we see that at times our parents won't understand the way we work, and we have all the complaints all the time, and similarly they have all the complaints from their end for us. So that is going to exist. That is difficult to get, it can't be eradicated completely, but somewhere, if we try to bring more balance towards it, then I think that is, I think, not only possible, but at the same time that is need of an hour, I would say, if we want to flourish for next 100 years.
I think, so you completely agree then that it's not always necessary to agree with each other. So
Absolutely.
I could see Kesari smiling. If you would like to add something on it, Kesari.
Actually, I agree with what Deepesh clearly mentioned. I mean, now we can definitely coexist, and we are actually coexisting as well. Like, so far, it's like very rarely. I mean, in Sri Lanka, of course, it's quite rare that a Lions club, get worked up or close to Leo club, or Leos don't work with Lions. That's very rare because, as you perfectly said, we are very united over here, right? I mean, in Islam itself, the collectivism is very high, and that is our strength. But the one that I really catch from your question is, that word you said, individualistically coexisting. That is something that is happening now, right? More than codependency, it's what we do. I mean, we know that lions won't actually disagree with us, so we run our way. And so if they want anything, they come to us, and if we want anything, that is the way that's happening. But other than that, with what Deepesh said, it's just, this is the platform that we have to build for the next era, or the foundation for the entire movement to grow. Because yes, individualistically coexisting should move on to be more dependable and flourishing on both ends, I wish.
Thank you for your two pennies on this thought. And I know this is a little difficult question to answer, but I really like the fact that you, when we talk about our culture, that I am who I am, but as a collective community, we are together. So I think that's one of the great things that you put across. And as we move into the last question before we sign off, we have I'm sure a lot of varied Leos and Lions are watching us today. So from the Lions point of view, Sandeep ji, I would like to ask you. You are the eldest on the panel right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but trust me, he's elder to us, all of us over here. He looks very young, maybe even younger than Akshit, but he is the eldest, and this is so much that we've all of us have learned from him and his leadership. So, Sandeep ji, from the Lions point of view, let's not think about the Leo history that you have. What is it that Lions ask, seek, want from Leos today? What is it that one thing that Lions really want Leos to do today that Lions would accept them more? What is that one thing that you think?
Well, what I see, I use that in my task. When I joined Lions, it's just 5 years when I joined Lions, since I joined Lions. And what I find is that there is things are changing now. Now, Lions do not think that Leos are the future. They also think that this is the past. They are the only the present also. So Leos are working together and they are doing great because in like me, like what I am doing in my life, Lions admire it, and I admire Leos too. So important thing is that things are changing now. The way people are thinking are changing now. As Dipesh said earlier, even if you see the fingers in one hand, they are not equal, but still they stand together. This is the best thing of our association is we are so much diverse in our culture, our thinking, our language, but still we are together. And what we enjoy the most is the way we walk, the what we learn from each other. So I think times is changing, and people have started thinking differently. We Lions have started thinking that Leos are not only the future, they are also the present, and we could work better. And so it is also important that Leo Lion, the thing what we are talking about, the Leo Lion, building Leo Lion membership is also important now. So we are working hard in Nepal, and I think most of in Isame area, people are working hard so that immediately after joining Leo, people also join Lion, and we can groom up this family in better and bigger.
Thank you, Sandeep ji, for your input. And I agree that, Lions probably look forward to Leos to join this organization and help them, build, as they say, a family business. A father looks forward to his son join the business and help him in his day-to-day work. And that's what probably Lions look forward from Leos. And Akshit, you're here. What do you think? If I ask you one thing that Leos look forward from Lions, one thing that Leos want from Lions, they seek from Lions. What is that one thing you would say?
The one thing which we've always talked about that the Leos have always been seeking from the Lions is something which we all of us know as mutual respect. Because mutual respect and understanding, we've always thought that as an individual, no matter of what age or what generation you belong to, people want the others to understand their point of view, their perspective, and then accordingly take a decision according to what should be done next. And that is what the Leos always expect from the Lions, that they understand, they come into their shoes, they empathize with them, and then they come to the point wherein the Lions can, guide the Leos for a future.
Okay, that's a good input where you say, the Leos want Lions to respect them, not just as young people of the society, but people that they can help, people that they want to work with. That's one of a very different perspectives that you've had. I think, Dipesh, again, from a Lions point of view, I know you have a lot of Leo history. You still are a Leo for a lot of people, including me. But from the Lions point of view, you've spent a lot of time with a lot of Lions. From a Lions point of view, what do you think is that one thing that they seek from Leos? That one thing that they want from Leos that will help them accept Leos more.
Um, I would say that when it comes to Lions, something, of course, something is not really right going when it comes in terms of the way we approach everything. We sometimes go very casual about things, and that is something is not acceptable to Lions in terms of protocols and everything. So I feel somewhere, there is this gap wherein they feel that Leos are not that serious about things possibly at times, and that is one thing. This, I mean, I'm saying on the basis of what I have seen in my very own district and multiple, that they felt that Leos enjoy, they do things, they do service as well, but somewhere they are not very serious about things. And at Lions we are very serious about everything. But slowly, when they started getting involved, and when there was more bonding between Leos and Lions, that is when things started changing. And I feel that still this is the scenario in many parts of India and many South Asian countries for that matter, where again that, that bond is developing, but then it needs more nurturing, I feel. And, because of that, there are some assumptions which really need to fade out. And that is what is something I believe, because there is no particular thing I feel which is missing out, but somewhere there are some clouds which need to clear. That's what I feel.
So Lions want Leos to be a little more sensitive, more serious, have a little less lackadaisical attitude about things. I think all of us here as Leos have done that thing wrong. So that's one of the things to all the Leos out there. If you really want to win the hearts of your Lions, be a little serious when you're doing activities. Especially when you're planning them. Be a little respectful to the structures that have been built. We do understand that you want to change things, but change takes time, and it's you got to respect your elders. Obviously, you got to make sure about that. And finally, Kesari, we come to you. The same question that you're even part of the New Voices team. As a Leo, as a female, as a part of the New Voices team, as a young lion. What do you think is that one thing that you seek, that you think Leos, young people, females, all of these people seek from our senior lions in today's scenario?
Yes, Ayush, I think I agree with what Deepesh and Akshit both said. And something that I value mostly is the power of agile that a person has, someone who can adapt, and someone who is very flexible, right? So that is something that it's very lacking in the movement these days. So if we can have that from lions, Leos can actually flourish through any opportunity, any challenge given at them. They can be a challenge to any challenge that come across to them. So the only thing is, as you said, change is hard, right? But if we can start by keeping one step at a time and slowly adapt to be very flexible and agile, we can definitely succeed in this movement together.
Thank you, Kesari. I think you've come back to the whole point of what PIP Amar Surya once said, the challenge to change for Lions. And with that, I think we've come to the end of this small, brief, but informative panel discussion. I think everyone who's heard us today, all Leos and Lions, can sum up one thing for sure, is that in our Isame family, we value relations, we value traditions, we value people, may it be elder or younger to us. And that is why probably we are one of the most suited areas to when our international president says that we are undoubtedly united in kindness and diversity. So thank you so much to all the panelists for being with us today, for taking out time from your busy schedules. And thank you so much to all the Leos and Lions who've heard us today. I hope this session has helped you to maybe build some bridges between the two generations, between the two categories. And we hope that this would lead to much more better leadership and even better service. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. Thank you. Have a great day. And all of you, please be safe. Bye-bye.